Okay. Okay, so welcome everybody to this week's Akashic, I can't even say it, Akashic tune-in to tune up your life. So this is your weekly practice to connecting with the Akashic Records. It is part of my shorter meditation series. I am trying my best, as most of you know, or those that are in my community and been in my community for a while, you know that I can talk. And when I get into channel, I can get on my soapbox also. So we are coming live or on the replay every week to support you with connecting with your Akashic Records. There's a different theme that we go into the records for. Sometimes it can be connecting with activating success, because I like to use the Akashic Records to activate success as well as healing. Quite a lot of the time we are doing healing. I would say 99% of the time we're doing some kind of healing. And we're also perhaps getting guidance as well. So we're using the Akashic Records in a lot of different ways. And I want you to get familiar with using your Akashic Records so you really build up a great connection with your guides, your record keepers, but also you get more confident with your practice. And it kind of takes away the mysticism around this ancient realm, which you have every right to connect in with and use, because we all have our own Akashic Records. So let's use them to facilitate our own soul's journey and empower us, as they're an empowerment tool. So I guide you and I give you the kind of like the framework, but you use the Akashic Records in whatever way that you feel that you want to. And I do them in a journey style for the meditations, but they can be also used with a pendulum, automatic writing, visualization. There's lots of different ways to use the Akashic Records. So if you're curious about that, please do reach out to me, put in the comments how you use the Akashic Records, but also if you want to try a different method. I'd love to, I can kind of riff on it all day, as a lot of you know. Okay, so morning. I'm going to say a few hellos. Morning, Kaz. Good to see you here. Can't see anybody else on there. I know there's a couple of people here, so it's great. Okay, so today's card, and it's not related to the weekly guidance, but it is related to my cards. It's purpose and mission. Who doesn't want to go into the Akashic Records and find out their purpose and mission? Yes, please. Oh my God, absolutely. So that's what we're going to go and do. So what we've got here is this card, and you can see that there's a split in the road, and it's very clear, this card. There's a lot of clarity. I love this card. There's a lot of kind of direction and kind of movement in this card with the road, and the keys kind of splitting off here. Now, what this would indicate for me, and the purpose of me kind of creating this card for the deck, was to kind of demonstrate that we have lots of different types of purposes and missions. We don't just have the one. And I think some people can kind of get really stuck on the fact that I've got to find my purpose and mission in life. Otherwise, I'm never going to be fully satisfied. I've never kind of fully completed what I'm supposed to complete here. Newsflash, we have lots of different purposes and missions. And you might find that your purpose and your mission will evolve and grow as you evolve and grow. So what was once a purpose and a kind of an intention and a pathway that you were following, it evolves as your mission evolves. So your mission is kind of like the overarching, for me, it's like the overarching kind of thing that you're kind of going on. It's the mission, and it's the purpose that you have to complete that mission. So sometimes we complete those missions, and so that purpose then can change depending on what the new mission is. Some of these missions, these purposes, the things that we're here to kind of be here on the earth for, one of those is to work through our karma. So we've all got that as a purpose and a mission, is to work through our karma, perhaps in a very conscious way, or perhaps in a very subconscious way or unconscious way. And, how we facilitate and get through that karma, if it's negative karma and it's keeping us stuck in a cycle or a loop or a debt, then we're going to be in that for quite a while. But if we bring consciousness to it and use the Akashic Records to facilitate that, then we can work through these purpose and missions quite effectively. We also have a purpose and a mission with just what our natural soul gifts are. And that could be having a real capacity to love and hold space for people. It's healing, it's communication, it's inspiring people, it's thought leadership. It could be the person that is the nurse at the hospital that can gives, you know, like a sense of reassurance to somebody that she's supporting that day, you know, the patient. It can be, you know, like somebody that's kind of working on the bins, and you know they're kind of keeping the streets clear of rubbish and things like that. These are all purposes and missions, and we all play our part, and it doesn't matter what the size of the purpose and mission is, it's what is fulfilling for you. So fulfillment is a big part of purpose and mission. If you're not feeling fulfilled, you're not hitting a purpose and mission there. As I say, we've got lots of different purposes and missions, but you want one, or you need a few to kind of have you feel fulfilled. Quite a lot of people might be a purpose and mission would be to have a family and to then teach and guide within that family, or it's to work through karma with that family, which invariably we do as well. But there's our purposes and missions can be just anything. But I would bring the fulfillment aspect to your purpose and mission, and seeing if you are doing anything that is really fulfilling and really exciting. So that will be the question that I would ask of you as you go away after this session. I just want to also touch on purpose and mission. We can also have misdirected purposes and missions, which keep us in cycles and loops of, for instance, boom and bust with money. I know that there's a lot of other stuff that's connected with money in terms of limiting beliefs and stories and conditioning and habits and fulfilling needs and things like that. But we can also have a purpose and a mission of getting ourselves into debt, and then having a real purpose and mission to get ourselves out of debt, because we have this accomplishment, and then we've achieved that, we don't know what to do with ourselves, so we get ourselves back into debt. It also works with weight as well. If we've not got a handle on the healthy lifestyle and really kind of grounding that, then we can go through these cycles of, you know, doing really well with our food and kind of managing that and losing weight. And then once we've hit the goal, it's kind of like, well, that purpose and mission is not there anymore. What do I do with myself? Ideally, we facilitate another purpose and mission. But if we've not identified that that's the cycle that we're in, then what we'll do is we'll self-sabotage and then go back to the beginning and start the old purpose and mission all over again. So that's what we also want to look at. So that's what we're going to go into. And I know I've spoken quite a bit here, but that's what we're going to go into the Akashic Records, just to see if there's any purposes and missions that are outdated, and also to have something revealed to us in terms of perhaps going deeper with the purpose and mission that we're already working on, or to have a new purpose and mission shown to us. So that's where we're going to go. So morning, Caroline, hope you're well. So I'm hoping that makes sense. I've given you quite a bit there to just go away and think about as well. So from are you doing a heartfelt purpose and mission where you're feeling excited? And also, are you in any cycles of misaligned purposes and missions also? And where are you not recognizing your gifts, your natural gifts that feel like breathing? They are also parts of our purposes and missions, to just do those gifts. Okay, so without further ado, we're going to have our hands and palms facing upwards, so we're in a very receptive state. And then when you're ready, as I say, this is going to be short connection. I do a lot of talking at the beginning, but there was quite a lot to share there. So when you're ready, I want you to close your eyes, feeling the backs of the hands on the tops of the thighs, and feeling your feet connected to the floor. Just take a few moments to just really bring yourself back into your body. Just notice your breathing, noticing or allowing the body just to settle, listening to my voice, asking for the body now to start to relax. And with every breath that you take, every cycle of breath, you are breathing in beautiful golden light, breathing in calmness and peace. And on the out breath, releasing anything that doesn't serve or support you, anything picked up from the collective, anything in the lower astral realms. So on the out breaths, you release. And on the in breaths, you breathe in golden light. And I want you to now take a big deep breath in. And as you take that big deep breath in, we're going to call back all of your energy from across time and space, people and events. And on the out breath, just relax, allow the shoulders to drop, the forehead to soften, the jaw to slacken, allowing yourself to surrender into the chair. And again, take another big deep breath in, calling back all of your energy from across time and space, people and events. And on the out breath again, releasing, relaxing, anything that's held in the auric field, anything that needs to be rinsed out of the aura, rinsed out of the body. Just imagining that there's a golden shower of light now coming down on the top of the head. So it's just falling down through the ceiling, through your etheric chakras, into the crown, all around your aura, all around in the environment, the space, the room that you're in. This golden light, it's like a shower of beautiful light codes, energy from divine source, orbs, perhaps symbols, affirmations, words. All of this is held in these beautiful golden rays of light that are streaming down like a shower, going through the auric field and washing away anything, any debris, any rubbish that you've picked up, anything that's attached to you unknowingly. So say anything that's been projected onto you, any threads, any cords, any hooks that are negative, that are not serving you. We're just allowing the golden light to just wash through the whole of your multidimensional being, the whole of your body system. And that drains into the floor, into the ground. And Mother Earth will take all of this energy that is not needed, and it will be recycled, it will be alchemized and recycled to be used for good elsewhere. So I'm just going to ask for divine source light to continue to rain this beautiful light on our multidimensional being as we connect further with our spirit team. Just bring your awareness to your feet, and we're just going to bring those silver roots, those thick, strong silver roots from the soles of your feet, and they're going to make their way down to the heart of Mother Earth. And as they go through all of the different levels and layers of the planet, down to that large crystal, which will be whatever you need to connect you with the heart of Mother Earth and to feel fully grounded and earthed. Just notice the crystal color, perhaps the type. Wrap your silver roots around that crystal, that huge sparkling crystal, glistening away at the center of the earth. And as you wrap your silver roots around that crystal, just feel the connection, the switch, the expansion in your own heart as you connect with hers. There's a wave of unconditional love that is making its way through the roots, bringing up that crystalline energy from the heart of Mother Earth, and that wave of unconditional love comes through the etheric chakras, the Earth Star chakra, into your feet, and like a sonic wave, it makes its way through the aura and through your physical body, all of your meridians, nadis, and chakras, feeling that crystalline energy holding the frequency of unconditional love make its way through your multidimensional being. And again, I just want you to check in with the body, making sure every aspect is relaxed, relaxing the arms, relaxing the shoulders, allowing all tension to be released. Feeling that unconditional love now work its way all around the body, mingling in with the beautiful golden codes of divine source. And we're going to ask for that particular light, that crystalline energy, just to cleanse and clear anything within the physical body, within the chakra system, the meridians and nadis, just again to bring us back to a perfect place of balance, equilibrium. Just noticing how much calmer you feel and knowing that you are fully grounded and connected to the heart of Mother Earth. We now ask for your ego to leave the room, which your ego is quite happy to do, and with a smile on their face, they step out of the body and leave the room that you're in, closing the door gently behind them. I'm now going to ask for the 6 archangels to step into your space, with Archangel Michael standing in behind you, Archangel Raphael to your left, Archangel Gabriel to your right, Archangel Uriel in front of you. Archangel Sandalphon, please ensure we are connected to the crystalline grid of the earth. And Archangel Metatron, ensure that we are connected to the crystalline grid of divine source, Christ conscious light. As these 6 archangels come together, they connect with each other, holding you in angelic white light, knowing that you are fully connected, shielded and grounded. Now asking for your personal spirit team to now step into the space with you. These are beings of 100% pure love and light only. Asking for these guides to step closer, ascended masters, goddesses, gods, angels, galactic beings, star races, councils of light, elemental energies. We invite you all to connect with every individual person here, ancestors and family guides. You are all welcome. Please be with us now and step closer to let us know that you are here. So you may feel a temperature change, a shift in energy, perhaps just a sense of bliss. You may not feel anything at all. Just know that your guides are with you. And over time, you will get to know what they feel like. It may be your sense of knowing that they are just there. Now start to focus on your third eye, the portal of light that's starting to appear, or imagine, or just know that there's this purple portal of light there between your eyebrows at your third eye. This portal of light starts to get bigger and bigger, bigger and bigger, and it gets so big that you step through that purple portal of light and you find your door, your Akashic Records library door there in front of you. On that door are your details, your full name, your date of birth and place of birth. Once you can sense, feel, or know that those details are there, place your hand upon the door handle and open the door. Step into your Akashic Records. Take a few more steps forward and allow the door to shut behind you. And then take a moment to settle yourself in your cosmic library with all that wisdom, all of that information, all of those gifts ready to be unlocked or reconnected with. Thousands upon thousands of books, perhaps, laid in the walls of all the different lifetimes that you've had, not only here, but in other dimensions, other locations. Everything is accessible here in this space. Take a few more steps forward and head towards the long, large table there in your Akashic Records, in your library. You notice as you get closer that there's the large book sitting on top of the table. This is your present lifetime book. Pull that book towards you and just connect with this lifetime, with all of the experiences, whether conscious or not. Place your hands upon the book. Feel the pages, feel the paper beneath the fingertips. Noticing perhaps what the outside of the book is made of, what it feels like or looks like. And of course, there are many blank pages in this book that are yet to be filled. As you connect with your present lifetime and all of the wisdom that that holds, your Akashic record keepers step closer to you to make themselves known. Feel those energies perhaps to the left or perhaps behind you. When you're ready, turn around and say hello, welcome your guides in any way that feels appropriate to you. Your guides are smiling and are, as ever, excited that you are here today to visit your Akashic Records. And know that you're here to look at purpose and mission, and can understand how, as a human, having this experience, we can get a little bit stuck on what purpose and mission means, and in some cases chasing something that is beyond and outside of us, when actually our purpose and mission is always within us. We can spend a lot of time and energy chasing this dream, seeking this fulfillment, thinking that whatever we do next will be the thing, whatever we seek, whatever we follow, it will lead us to the end of the rainbow where the gold is. But this purpose and mission is held within your heart. And so whatever your purposes and missions are that are distracting you, that are giving temporary fulfillment, but then disappointment, there perhaps is purpose in that, and perhaps lessons, growth lessons. But there are some that are not needed, that are acting as a distraction from your true, or one of the true purposes and missions for you. And so your guides step forward and they ask you to place your hands upon your heart. Lift your hands up, place them on your heart. And one of your Akashic record keepers steps forward and places their hands upon yours. Once you feel that connection, there is an orb of light that starts to glow underneath your hands, within your heart, within your chest. And it expands and it gets bigger. And it gets bigger and it starts to emanate from the chest, this golden light, this ball, this orb of light. And it continues to expand all around you and your record keepers and your guides, filling up the whole of your Akashic records with this light from your heart. Within this light is your purpose and mission, the one that is going to be the most appropriate for you to connect with, to deepen, or maybe even to discover. As this light emanates and expands all around you, in your Akashic Records, you start to receive messages, whether that be in your mind, whether it be visually, whether it's audible, whether it's a sense of knowing. You are now being shown in this golden light your purpose and mission, the one that is the most valuable for you to connect with at this time. Just notice if there are any people that are stepping into this space, or if you see yourself doing a certain thing, being a certain way. Perhaps feeling a certain emotion. Your purpose and mission could simply just be to find happiness, not even find it, be happy. That could be the simple mission and purpose for this point in time. I'm going to just give you a few more moments to allow this light to deliver the simple message of what your purpose and mission is, that would be aligned for you to focus on at this time. Continue to feel it in the heart. This is coming from the heart. Whatever is intuitively coming through without going into the head, whatever you felt, whatever the first words were, that is your purpose and mission. And I'm now going to request for any purposes and missions where we are being distracted unnecessarily, where we are self-sabotaging, I'm just going to allow a certain amount of cords, threads to appear around your body, attached to the body. And however many you have, and it might be just one, there may not be any, we're just going to ask for these to now be dissolved in the light from your heart chakra, asking for the violet flame of Saint Germain also just to appear in your Akashic Records, just to dissolve and alchemize those connections to misaligned, misdirected, self-sabotaging purposes and missions. And we're doing that for the highest good of all concerned, under the law of one, invoking that violet flame. And once you feel that those cords and threads have been released in the violet flame, just tune into that purpose and mission again and give it a symbol, give it a shape, perhaps a word or a colour, an object. That's your representation of your purpose and mission. That object sits within your heart, so press it back into the heart space. And as you press it into your heart space, it also appears on the page for today in your Akashic Record Present Lifetime book. And below that symbol, that object, whatever the purpose and mission is, also appears the following alignment mantra. I am living in alignment with my soul's mission and purpose. I am living in alignment with my soul's mission and purpose. I am living in alignment with my soul's mission and purpose. So any self-sabotaging tendencies, distractions, we're just asking with that alignment mantra for them to be very obvious and for us to really be conscious of what we are actually doing or trying to do that prevents us from being in alignment with the true purpose and mission. Once you have noticed those words, settle into the pages of the book. We allow that beautiful light from your heart now to shrink itself back with the object, and it settles itself into the heart space, into the heart chakra, so that you know that you are holding your purpose and mission in the only place that it can live. And so whenever you feel that you're going off track, reconnect to that symbol, reconnect to that alignment mantra, or simply place your hands upon your heart and you will connect and you will remember. It is now time to say goodbye to your guides, your record keepers. Say goodbye in any way that feels appropriate for you. And then when you're ready, head towards the door of your Akashic Records. Open the door, step out of your record, and then step towards the purple portal of light. Out loud or in your mind, I want you to say, I now close my Akashic Records. And then step through the purple portal of light and bring yourself back round into the room that you're in. Start to rub your thighs. Have a stretch and rub your feet upon the floor. Rub your hands upon your thighs. And what we're doing is we're just grounding the healing. We're grounding the messages, grounding everything that came through. Whatever you received, it's all for your highest good. And if there is any further wisdom or guidance that needs to come through, or inspiration or consciousness around the misdirected purposes and missions, and I'm just setting the intention that your guides give that information to you. So make sure you drink lots of water over the next 24 hours, because that's activation and that transmission will continue to do its work. Your higher self and guides will manage that process, so you haven't got to worry about a thing. Just drink lots of water. And if you feel like you want to journal or you want to ask a few questions based on the things that I brought to your awareness at the very beginning, then I would invite you to do that. Also, what your gold symbol, I'm assuming it was gold, oh my gosh, whatever your symbol was of your purpose and mission, please do pop it into the comments so I can see what you got also, and anything else that came to the light, I would love to hear. So love and blessings, everybody. Please do go check out some other meditations, other activations that I've got going on the YouTube channel as well. And excuse me, if you want to go a little bit deeper, there's lots of ways that you can work with me, one-to-one, in groups, in membership, or with training. So please do reach out and I can share more with you. So love and blessings, and I will speak to you really soon.